What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in and watching and listening to my videos and rants. I appreciate every single one of you guys and I love you. We're going to talk about Taoism here. Taoism, the philosophy of the Tao, which was a book compiled by Lao Tzu, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And I've been listening to the audiobook lately, and the philosophy of Taoism, which is the way, the Tao, the way. And maybe, just discuss my understanding of it and how it can sort of maybe illuminate your life a little bit, bring you a little bit closer to yourself, to increasing your awareness, right? So I'll start off with reading a quote that I wrote here, sort of my understanding of the Tao, right? It's on my wall. So I'm going to read it out for you guys. There is no credit to be taken, no blame to be taken. It is the way. It is what it is. I am Saiding. The bird is singing. The mushroom is teaching. The lion is chopping heads off. It is the way. It just is. Always is. Bird isn't taking credit for singing. Lion isn't taking blame for chopping heads off. It just is. The will of the Tao, the eternal Tao. And I'm just Saiding. And all that comes with it. No credit, no blame. It's the Tao. It's the way. It just is. So that's, in a nutshell, what the Tao is. What the way is. It just is. So right now, everything that's happening in front of you, the energy here, the words that are flowing, and the body language, and whatever else that is going on, just is. Because I'm just Saiding right now. Just this expression of the Tao, because everything is the Tao. The Tao is everywhere. And the Tao, the first rule, the first thing in the Tao, is the Tao is that which cannot be spoken. The minute you speak out the Tao, it is no longer the Tao. If you try to label it, so technically most of this video is bullshit. It's not like me trying to explain the inexplainable. Most of it is bullshit because I'm speaking of it. However, even within that, there's a paradox, because me speaking, me just saying the words right now, that's just the Tao. So that's just the Tao. That's just is this Saiding, right? I'm just Saiding right now. It just is. Speaking, talking philosophy here, talking out of my ass. It just is. Whatever that comes with it. One of you guys told me that when I speak, it's like I'm trying to eat the camera, right? Well, that's just the Tao. That it just is. It just is, right? And the fact that you perceive it that way, well, that means that's the Tao. It just is also. Everything is, right? It's funny. So one of the things that I read, or I was listening to the audiobook, right? So one of the things that it said, and I can't remember exactly word for word, but I'll just kind of paraphrase it, is if let's say like I tell you something, right? And I say something that's wise. And there's three people there. I say something that is true. I speak the truth. Let's say I speak the truth. And the first person, he's a wise person. He's a high consciousness being. And hears the truth and looks at you and nods. Nods in agreement and understanding. No problem. The second person is like an average person, right? You tell that person the truth. That person looks at you. Kind of half a smile, half confusion, right? Average person, you tell him the truth, he's kind of a little bit confused, but with a little bit of smile because it kind of resonates with him. The third person is a fool, and you tell him the truth, and he laughs. He just starts laughing at you. If he didn't laugh, this is what the book says, right? If that person didn't laugh, if the fool didn't laugh at the truth, it wouldn't be the Tao. Meaning him laughing at the truth is the Tao also. It just is. It's the way. If he didn't laugh, if the fool didn't laugh at the truth that you just said, if he didn't, shrug it off and laugh it off and laugh at it and laugh at you, it wouldn't be the Tao. It just is. It is. It is what it is, right? The Tao can be explained in the absolutely most genius quote of all time. It is what it is. I was talking to my brother Shawnee, one of the bus drivers, right? This Irish guy. I knew he was Irish because he talks like Conor McGregor. Okay, he talks like Conor McGregor. So I'm like, you talk like Conor McGregor. You're Irish, and he turns out he's Irish. He's been here a few years, and we get to talking. The guy is a smart guy. He's plain and simple. He's not someone who's sleeping. Let's just say he's not someone who's plugged into the matrix. He's someone who thinks, who has deep thoughts, and who is very friendly, very loving guy, amazing guy, absolutely amazing. So we get to talking, and as I'm about to get off the bus, we're talking. We start talking a bit philosophy. We talk about how the clock is the slave; it's slaving everyone. And he's a bus driver; he's got to be on time. So he's like, I never thought of it, man. You're right, man. And we're talking anyway, blah blah. And then at the end of it, before I get off the bus, he looks at me. He's like, you know what, man? It is what it is. And I look at him. I'm like, you're right, bro. It is what it is. And then he tells me, he's like, I don't know, man. But it feels good. It feels good to say it is what it is. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to do an Irish accent. So I'm just going to speak normal, not to embarrass myself here. But again, it is what it is. Anyway, he's like, it just feels good to say it is what it is. I'm like, yeah. I think innately that's we all it is what it is. Say you drop something or you break your phone and you get upset. But then you look at it and you're like, it is what it is. It is, and that kind of brings you a little bit of comic relief, a little bit of acceptance, a little bit of, there's a truth, there's a lot of truth in that it is what it is, it's just the way, it is the Tao. And I think what the Taoist philosophy, what the writer of the Tao was trying to portray is that the ultimate truth of life is acceptance. Total acceptance, and that's actually what love is, and that's what God consciousness at the highest level is. It's all accepting, and that's when you just say everything is, then you're accepting, right? Me, I want to fucking eat the camera. Every time I speak, I want to eat the camera. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's the Tao's will. That's how the Tao is doing through me here, right? I don't know, society is all fucked up and everything, and people are sick, depressed, anxious. We don't want to be blind to the suffering, but we kind of look at it and say, it is what it is. If it's happening, it is what it is. Now, here's the thing. You might look at people suffering and say it is what it is, but then the Tao here is expressing itself in you in such a way that you want to help alleviate the suffering of others. Also, it is what it is. I want to help people. I want to alleviate their suffering. I want to inspire them. Then it is what it is. That's what's happening through you, and that's what's being expressed through you. It is what it is. Right? Everything is. It is what it is, right? Total acceptance of what is happening in the present moment. Total acceptance of what is going on inside of you and outside of you. A lot of peace in that, I'll tell you that. It's a peaceful place to be in. There's a great peace of mind that comes along with this. Rather truthful. It is the truth. Everything just is. And it's not, how many times did I say this in this video? Because every time I'm trying to look for words to explain this, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna say? It is what it is. Everything just is. I'm eating and all that comes with it. It is what it is. It's raining outside and it's windy and it's been fucking too long of a winter. It is what it is. It is what it is. There's just a peace that comes with it. Just accepting the present moment as is. Right? It is what it is. It is what it is. You kind of surrender the illusion of control that you think you have. You surrender the judgments that you have. Because really, we're always judging ourselves and judging the world around us. But if we just accept it as is, right? And accepting doesn't mean you're not going to do anything about it. Because the Tao is everywhere and happening all simultaneously, right? So me, just because I choose to accept what's going on, but guess what, motherfucker? For me personally speaking here, the Tao is doing its thing through me because I want social change. I want to change some of the fucked up shit that's going on. I want to be part of alleviating the suffering of the world. But I'm not taking this, when I wrote here, there's no credit to be taken, no blame to be taken. I'm not going to take credit and say, oh, I'm the fucking hero. It is what it is. The Tao is doing its thing through me. It is what it is. People are suffering. It is. People are starving. It is. People are killing each other. It is. It is. What am I, fucking Superman here? What am I going to travel around and penetrate through time and space and just go and put like a magic spell on everybody and save their lives and save their souls? No. It is what it is. I have to accept it, and that's all I can do. But also, on the other hand, the Tao through me is speaking, is making these videos, it's doing its thing, Saiding. It wants to create social change. It wants to create a better world. But I'm not going to take credit for it, because it is. It just is. It's like, what the fuck? It's just coming out here. It's just words are flowing. Things are happening. Well, it is what it is, right? In the same way, should I take blame that I'm trying to eat the camera here and be like, Saeed, you shouldn't be eating the camera with your mouth here talking? No, it is. I'm not going to take blame here. I'm not going to blame myself. Be like, Saeed, you got to move your mouth less. Then it wouldn't be the Tao. It wouldn't be the way. It wouldn't be what it is. Because it just is. It is what it is. So yeah, that's about it, guys. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys. And, for me personally, this philosophy helps me because the way I even make these videos, they're all one shot and I don't even watch them. I just upload them, right? Because I know it is. It just is. It's the way. It's the Tao. Let the Tao speak. Let the Tao do its thing. Let the Tao be. And it's a very liberating place to be in, right? Just go ahead. And here's the interesting thing about the way, the Tao, the isness. You're always right even when you're wrong. Meaning, if it's happening, it's the way. It's the Tao. You see? If you get angry at someone for no reason and for fucking stupidity, you're not wrong. It just is. You're not right neither. Well, kind of you are. But it's not that you're right, it's just, it is. You're angry, it is. There's no moral judgment on it. There's no Saeed, you shouldn't be angry. You should be, it's no, it is. It just is. Now, if after you realize, oh, I shouldn't be angry and I'm going to go and apologize, even that urge to apologize now is the Tao. So it is. So it all is. See, there's no morality here. The Tao, the philosophy of Taoism goes beyond good and evil. It goes beyond duality, essentially. It's non-duality, it's oneness. It's just recognizing that it's all this one thing. And it's all happening simultaneously, past, present, and future. And everything just is. And it is what it is. God bless you all. It is what it is. I love every single one of you guys. It is what it is. I love you. It is what it is. And as always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes. And it is what it is.